Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is the big one. As a Manchester United fan, these are the games you want to see your team involved in. Um, Obviously massive game tonight. Obviously 2-2 in the first leg against Barcelona, but I think we go into this game as favourites tonight. I think that United are in great form at the moment, especially at Old Trafford. I think we're unbeaten in 13 games, maybe 14 games. You're looking at the form of Marcus Rashford. He looks like he can score goals against anybody at this moment in time. And obviously, it's not going to be an easy game. Obviously, Barcelona themselves coming into it in great form. The atmosphere is going to be absolutely electric. Obviously, there's a really good mood around Manchester United at the moment. Obviously, talks of new owners as well. I think there's bids from I think Sheikh Jassim in Qatar and Sir Jim Ratcliffe. Obviously, I think 70% of the Manchester United supporters just want to see Sheikh Jassim take over, considering the club would be debt free if he took over. Um, Obviously, Sir Jim Ratcliffe doesn't have as much money. Obviously, would still be in debt with him at the club. Um, but I think they've both got the best interests. But I think there's always risks with the Qatari owners. Obviously, we're looking at with City as well. Obviously they're looking like they could be in a bit of trouble. We've seen it with PSG. They just spend, spend, spend. So sometimes these Middle Eastern owners, that it can be quite difficult. But I think this is what Manchester United have needed for years. We've needed to see the Glazers sell up. Just constantly taking money out the club. Not spending money on reinventing the club. The stadium, the academy, the training ground, the facilities. It was really highlighted in Cristiano Ronaldo's interview. The club just haven't gone forward since Alex Ferguson's departure. They've gone backwards. They haven't upgraded the club. We are well behind in terms of standards and facilities to all the other top clubs in Europe, and that's not good enough for a club of the size of Manchester United. We should be, well, right up there. Hopefully a new owner can come in and, they can take Manchester United back to the top. I think, they've got to back Erik ten Hag. I think you can clearly see the progress that the team's made under him. I think recruitment in the summer has been really good. I think the signings we've made have been. I think they've brought that winning mentality. The likes of Casemiro, Lisandro Martinez. The winning mentality these two players have brought has helped all the players around them. I think obviously with Casemiro, people were looking at it, as in, he's 30 years of age. You're paying 70 million, but at the end of the day, now it looks like a bargain. He's transformed our midfield, and I think he's transformed the players around him as well. I think Christian Eriksen coming in on a free transfer again has been one of the signings of the season. I think obviously I know he's injured now, and there's no doubt he's a big miss for us. But the composure he brings to Manchester United's midfield is huge. It really is. And with Casemiro, Fernandes, and Eriksen in the middle, we've actually got three players. Who can break the lines, which is something that Manchester United were missing last season. McTominay and Fred, I like them. They're good players. They work hard for the team, but they just haven't got that quality that a Casemiro or an Eriksen have got. And you can clearly see the midfield has definitely been upgraded this season. I think Martinez coming in at the back, the left-footed centre-back, he's definitely brought that balance. And obviously everyone writ him off at the start of the season. Rightly so, considering the way Manchester United were playing. The two defeats to Brighton and Brentford. Martinez was getting bullied and everybody writ him off. Everybody said that he couldn't play in the Premier League, he was too small, and now look at him. He's one of the best centre-backs in the league. World Cup winner now as well. And in Varane and Martinez, Manchester United have actually found themselves a very good centre-back partnership. probably the best we've seen in years. You look through the team, the improvement in the performances. Some of these players obviously here last season as well. You're looking at the likes of Dallo, really come on strong this season, looks a much improved player. Lindelof, you always felt that Lindelof, the way he plays, it would suit he would suit Ten Hag's style of play. Really good on the ball, very composed. We've really seen some improved performances from him, even as backup. He's done really well when he's come in. Luke Shaw, since he's come back from the World Cup, has been absolutely outstanding. Obviously Tyrone Malacia coming in, really tenacious fullback. Works really hard for the team. And he's and for 12 million again, and another really good signing for us. And he's give Luke Shaw that really good competition. Obviously Luke Shaw as well. Just going back to Luke Shaw, this season as well, he's also shown that he can play at centre back, and he's done that job really well. Obviously in the first leg against Barcelona, he really proved himself in that position. You're looking at the likes of Aaron Wan-Bissaka as well. I completely writ off Wan-Bissaka at the start of this season. I thought he was going. I think every Manchester United fan thought he was done for. With Dallo coming on strong, Wan-Bissaka didn't really play. But I think, the last few games, I'd say the last month, Wan-Bissaka's really rejuvenated his career. He's come on strong. He's putting in some fantastic performances against top opposition. And, he's always been great defensively, but that question has always been, can he do it going forward? Obviously one-on-ones, I think he's one of the best defenders in the world one-on-one. I've never seen anybody as good as him. And even when you get past him, he still manages to stick a leg out and nick the ball. And going forward, I think obviously Marcus Rashford's been one of the best players in Europe this season, especially since the World Cup. He's obviously the top scorer. He's been absolutely incredible. Obviously last season his confidence was shot. He couldn't score a goal to save his life. But now, things have completely changed. The confidence he's playing with, he's going past people. He just looks like he's going to score in every single game he plays. And he's, I've always said when Rashford is playing the way he's playing now, confidently and scoring goals, there's not many better forwards in the world than him, in my opinion. I think Bruno Fernandes as well, he's been the captain for us most of this season. And I think since obviously Cristiano Ronaldo left the club, I think Fernandes has been rejuvenated. He looks like, he looks like back to when he was the main man again. His goal contributions since he's been at the club have been incredible. The impact he's had since he's been at the club has been incredible, really. You're looking at Alejandro Garnacho as well, the young kid on the block, come out of nowhere really, and he looks like a real talent. No fear, go past people, get at people, good finisher as well. Use both feet, go either way. I think he's been a breath of fresh air to this team. And obviously Anthony, the big summer signing, £80 million. Been a bit hit and miss, Anthony, for sure. Obviously you can tell he's a bit of a show off. He likes to do the step overs in and there. The 360 spins. He needs to cut that out of his game. He needs to produce. He's got to do more in the final third. He's got the talent. We can all see that. He's got a fantastic left foot. Scored some great strikes this season, particularly against Manchester City and the goal against Charlton Athletic in the Carabao Cup as well. So he's got that ability. He needs to use his right foot more as well. He's becoming a little bit more predictable. Cutting inside on that left foot. Weghorst, he come in January. Obviously, I think Richard Keys made a comment about him recently, saying that when he plays, it's like Manchester United playing with 10 men. I completely disagree. I know he's not scoring goals, but his work rate and his movement is really having a big impact on this team. And he's been playing as a number 10 in recent games, which is unbelievable. I never would have expected him to play in them roles. But I think, he's become a really unselfish player for this team, and the players around him are thriving, and he just doesn't stop running. At the end of the day, the basic thing for a Manchester United fan is that you give absolutely everything for the shirt and the club, and that's exactly what Weghorst is doing. Sabitzer as well. I think in the first couple of games he found it hard to adapt, but he's finding his feet now. And I've always rated Marcel Sabitzer. When he was at RB Leipzig, and obviously for Bayern Munich he just couldn't quite get into the team. When you've got Joshua Kimmich and Leon Goretzka in front of you, it's very, very difficult to take them out of the team. But I've always rated Sabitzer as a footballer, very clever player. Again, another player who will run himself into the ground for the club. So, things are looking up for Manchester United, but again, we can't get carried away as fans, because we've been in this position before where, we think we're progressing. We finished second, under Mourinho and under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer as well. We get to finals, we think we're getting somewhere, and then all of a sudden we're back to square one again. But I think I truly do believe with Erik ten Hag, we found the right coach to take us forward. I think he's brought a real good mentality. I think ten Hag has took control of everything. I think that's what we needed, and I think with new owners, eventually, hopefully coming in, the club is on the rise, and it's what Manchester United fans have needed. 2 crunch games coming up tonight, and obviously on Sunday the Carabao Cup final. I think a lot of people are playing it down, saying it's only the Mickey Mouse Cup as such, but I disagree. I think to see Manchester United actually lift the trophy it's a great feeling. No matter what, obviously Guardiola, he started by winning the Carabao Cup at Manchester City, Klopp as well at Liverpool. So it's a good start, and I think ten Hag for his first season, I think he's done an absolutely incredible job. He's getting the best out of the players that were here last season, who completely let the club down, in my opinion. But he's getting the best out of them sort of players as well, and the new signings that have brought, as I say, that winning mentality to the team. So yeah, hopefully me and every other Manchester United fan out there is happy, and the club is actually going somewhere, which is great to see. So obviously tune in tonight, 8 o'clock, kick off between Manchester United and Barcelona. Obviously it's going to be a fantastic game, great atmosphere at Old Trafford as well. And I'm going to leave the video there. Again, please like and subscribe. Again, thank you very much for the support. And I'll see you all again for the next video.